on.
Okay, we are live, we are back. It's Potterthon 12. I'm Charlie, your no host, and we're going to see HP1 PlayStation 1 80% by Spike.
Hello, everybody.
Which I? Yeah, there he is with the cam. Nice to see you. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to see HP1, the best game on the PlayStation 1. Spike, can you tell us a bit about the game? I play a lot of the PC game. I'm not too familiar with this one. What can we expect?
Well, probably if you ask me about Harry Potter games, I will tell you, yeah, PS1 games. Either these or Prisoner of Azkaban for console. Those were my childhood. I mean, this game is kinda loaded with a lot of nostalgia. And yes, it's yet another version of HP1. We have like 5 of those, right?
Yeah.
Since we have a pretty long introduction, I think we can start right away.
Yes. You can start, and I will talk about two incentives in a moment, but I can give you the countdown in the meantime, if you're ready.
Okay, yeah, the timer starts when the screen turns black.
Okay, then you don't need a count. Okay, then please start the run.
Now. Please. Yeah, we have always this long introduction. Yeah, the starry sky at night. Yeah. That kind of intro we all know.
Bike with a giant astride it tumbled down from the darkness. The giant, named Hagrid, left a blanket-wrapped bundle on the doorstep of number 4, Privet Drive.
Okay, I used the long intro to make everyone aware about not one but two incentives we have going. One is for HP4 PC Insane %. That run will be the last run of today. It's scheduled to start at 20 to 20 Central European Summertime by a Blaze Night. It's going to be quite a long run, obviously, with an Insane %. But you can donate $5, and for that you have the incentive to ask a question for the podcast. So be creative, and with think of low entry donation of $5 you can be part of that podcast. And then our second incentive we still have open, we have two available of that, is for Hogwarts Legacy Kill Renrock, skillet in Aware Hero, I hope I pronounced that right. You can choose the name of the character of their Hogwarts Legacy run. Obviously, that will be quite funny to see a creative name chosen for the run. This is for a cost of $25 each. So that is available 2 times, and you can already at this point request those with your donation. So, Spike, over to you. Enjoy the run. Good luck, and most importantly, have fun.
Thank you. Alright, so about this game. Yeah, we're gonna break this game a little bit by skipping some parts. This game is particular. Like, if you skip some parts and you reach later parts that you're not supposed to, the game automatically gives you some spells that you're not supposed to have since you haven't done the lessons. But the game just assumes you have done those. Okay, so we're gonna start with the tutorial. We have to raise Hedwig. Because for some reason Draco Malfoy imprisoned it.
I'm Drake, looking for the go home.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
He's a nasty
But we love that jerk. I mean, he kinda redeemed himself later.
Let's go.
Yeah, pretty basic tutorial. Teaches us how to jump, climb, you know, the usual stuff.
To jump.
By grabbing the ledge we can skip Ron's dialogue. Oh, by the way, Ron tells us Gryffindors should stick together. Yeah, and if you trigger the cutscene, it's the first one to go away. Nice RNG from Nick. Sometimes he can just readjust his head. And that loses just a little bit of time. That was terrible, but if we go sideways we can skip the ledge grab animation. That's a bit faster. Like that. Definitely not like that. There's been some theorizing about tutorial skip. I've been thinking about that lately, when I was practicing super speed %, which I'm gonna run later today. But one thing that I noticed is that if you don't talk to Nick, you're not gonna have the ability to, like, aim with triangle. And that's quite a bit of a problem if we consider the main skip we have to do in any %. Because that will change the setup for the skip just a little bit, I guess. I think we can find a workaround for that. Okay, first encounter with the hooded figure. Yeah, this game is pretty chill. Like, there's not some incredibly hard sections that you have to do. I think on this door you can grab it early.
I've lost my use the R1.
Now, one terrible part, which is aiming at these books. Yes, you can see that's not easy. I think I've only got them in 3 Filipendos only twice in my life. There we go. There's Edwig. You know, all wizards have some kind of pet. Like, Harry has Hedwig, Ron has a rat, which, spoiler, is not a rat, but okay, I guess. And I decided my pet to be a Poplio.
I see you risk. Hi, I'm nice to meet you. Come on, Harry.
Every wizard should have a pet. Mine is a Pokemon. And now it's time for flying. Second part of the tutorial, which is now flying. Like going around the corner, you can skip Ron's dialogue. Now, flying in this game, yeah, it's probably one of the worst parts. But honestly, after seeing Nixo earlier, I think PC is a lot worse. I've never played PC, so don't take my opinion for absolute truth. Maybe I should one day.
Excellent.
I don't know.
The next test, fly through. Ready, Potter?
The worst part about this is that it steers poorly. Like, when you try to correct your turning, you overshoot. So you go more to the right than you wanted to, or the left, I guess. It's mostly noticeable later. We're gonna have to do Quidditch. Got that for extra style points.
Ready
Now for the
test.
hardest
As
part.
before, on my whistle.
These rings are so close to each other later. Like in this part.
done. You have mastered. Now run along.
You know, fun part about this is that if you miss more than 5 rings on the last part,
Hi, Harry.
you can skip
No,
a
I am
key
not.
later in the dungeon section.
Hello, Harry. She's rather.
But since we're playing any percent, we're not gonna play the dungeon. So well, that's just time loss if you miss that. Okay, now it's time for lessons. Because we're at school, so it's supposed to be learning something. But I think canonically, Ron and Harry weren't great students. Yeah, you can skip this dialogue. You got races to the lesson.
You must be Harry. Welcome.
Okay,
back.
how
What
the
do I
lessons
want to
work?
complete?
It's just a
Now you
sequence
try.
of
Get ready.
inputs that you have to do 3 times in a row. Sometimes it can get glitched when you switch to the second phase.
Perfect.
You can get what's called a ghost input.
Superb.
So basically, the first input of the previous phase plays as the first input of the second phase.
Perfect.
And you have to press that, obviously.
Well done, Potter.
It's mostly noticeable when you see the dot which moves up to the inputs
Now, let's a charge.
stays in the middle. When it stays in the middle, you know that's a ghost
Try
input.
lever-
It's mostly annoying when it happens in later lessons, like defense against dark arts. That's the most annoying.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Well done.
Staying there to read the trigger earlier. Also, I forgot to pull up my notes, because I have notes for the incendio spells. Because the less I can memorize, the better it is.
Get Potter.
Now it's time to go meet Hagrid. The best part of this game, PS1 Hagrid. Probably the best the reason to say that PS1 is the best.
Well, well, Pot. This is as far trapped in a.
And as always, Draco
Leviosa.
is in our way trying to stop us.
Wingardium Leviosa.
And time for the first boss fight. Just kinda simple.
Ow!
We just have to throw crackers at him. Stay in front of him so that he stops. Wait for him to throw, and we throw. Right, second phase.
Crab.
But now Draco throws explosive crackers. Look how strong he is. Man, look at those big muscles. That may be too late. Yeah. That's fine.
Crab, you.
Well, third phase, there's also Goyle. You can do double hits on this phase. And even triple hits. Like that. Yeah, that was too late for a triple. Come on, Draco. Doesn't want to be hit. Well, I guess any sane person wouldn't want to get hit. I don't know whether that's crab or goyle, but yeah, that's a little funny cutscene.
It is good fight, and we have a new donation from Piccolo, $50, and with that, both incentives for the Hogwarts Legacy 300% are cleared. The names are chosen. I will not reveal them. It will be a surprise. But thank you, Piccolo, so much for $50 and raising our total total amount of money we gathered together to $550.
Gryffindor.
Yep, also thanks Pipcolo for training Gohan, I guess. Okay, we're going off topic with that.
7th consecutive year.
Well, there's also the ASCAP, but spoiler, it's rigged. Slytherin gets so many points out of nowhere. Probably Snape giving 3 points. There he is, the man. Or the giant, I guess.
Hello, Harry. You'll need to come round my hut.
Well, time for the second lesson. We don't need to move everything, just need the third one, and that's it.
Harry Potter, good taste. Right. Watch my work completed. That's the tip.
Like before with Leviosa. The pattern just get a bit more complicated.
That was good. Excellent. Perfect. Most. That was good. Excellent. Perfect.
Okay, we didn't get a ghost input.
Well done. Now for
And now that's the last lesson for the run. We're not gonna learn anything else. Even though there are 4 spells in these games.
let's try. Use your hit the Incendio. Excellent.
You can do double inputs on the Incendio spell. Wait, why do they even call it Incendio? Let's just say it the Latin way, Incendio. It's so stupid to me, it's called Incendio.
My poor. If you can.
Yeah, we're not saving that cat. Sadly, we're not saving the cat.
I used to have a puffs game.
I love puff games. Well, it is time for the skip. Buy seed skip.
Harry, the plant means some very...
I'm sorry, Hagrid, but I'm playing any percent. I have to skip the fire seeds. I'll try to focus for this bit.
Flipendo.
And that's the first one. Because we have to do this thing twice. Isn't that fun?
Follow me, Harry.
But as I said earlier at the beginning of the run, we're gonna break the game a little bit. Like, we're not supposed to be here before getting the 5 seeds. But as you can see, Ron is already there for the Quidditch cutscene.
Here comes Ned. Malfoy, he ran off on. Please help me. Come on.
And now we have to
So
beat Draco again.
think you can. And you better.
This time on the sticks, the boomsticks. Just have to run into his back. So the problems I said earlier about flying is mostly the lag. Because if it wasn't for the lag, it would be great. And you can notice how much of a difference it makes when it doesn't lag when you're playing 100%. Since you visit the only part in the game where flying with a broomstick doesn't lag. Just like that, we got the Remember All back.
You've got my I remember.
And now we get a free pass as the Gryffindor Seeker.
Hurry along.
Yep, Harry's skipping years.
Wow! I just wanted.
You're not supposed to be playing Quidditch in the first year.
As soon as
But I guess Harry's special. I mean, the series wouldn't be called Harry Potter if he wasn't so special.
Here comes Potter!
And yeah, we play Quidditch. We're gonna be playing Quidditch for the next 8 minutes, I think? No, less than 8 minutes.
Glint of gold! Is that the snitch? Potter's seen the snitch?
So, in order to catch the snitch,
Crowd is on its feet!
we have to get through every ring. Technically, you don't need to keep pressing X to accelerate. Because technically the snitch emits the rings at a fixed interval.
You can't take much more of that!
Unless you miss a ring, it's not gonna lose you time. And also, the only way to lose this is by failing to catch the snitch. Which is quite difficult and skill issue, I guess, if that happens. But it can happen. Yeah, the Hufflepuff Seeker is cosmetic. It's only there to annoy us.
Potter takes the lead!
Just like that we go.
Potter is so close!
So the commentary is a bit annoying, honestly.
Here comes a bludger!
Because it's only focused on Harry.
Amazing! I've not seen such flying! Potter's going for it! A perfect catch! Potter brings it home for Gryffindor!
Not here, but in other Quidditch instances you can grab the snitch earlier. And that saves at least 2 seconds, I think. Because you don't watch the cutscene until the end.
Well, remember, is that a light? I'll just
Yeah, Snape confiscates a book because books are supposed to be in the library, but how are you supposed to study outside of the library if you don't bring the book with you? But anyway, Fella George
Hey! map shows
put a
the
map
left.
inside the book.
The map says... Wow, come on.
Congratulations, Ron. You have done Halo Amora for the first and only time in your life. Now, back to playing Quidditch. We're going to do Quidditch abuse. We have to save the game. Go back to the menu. And we play Quidditch. So, what we're gonna do is play Quidditch until the second match.
Watch out, remember.
Remember to not save, otherwise it doesn't work.
Potter!
Then we go back to the game and back to the Quidditch pitch entrance. And we should see Hagrid bringing us to Diagon Alley. Where we're actually not supposed to
Glint of
go to diagonally this early.
Snitch. Potter's seen the snitch.
But apparently if you do this, the game thinks you played already the second Quidditch match against Ravenclaw.
Was close. Potter is so close.
So Hagrid appears in front of the pitch.
Harry Potter closes in on the snitch. I've not seen such flying. Here comes the Hufflepuff Seeker.
How did they discover that? I think it was a casual, from what I read. A casual player discovered that by accident. It's very cool when they find stuff like that.
A near miss for Potter. Ooh.
But the good part about this game is that it ignores the fact that you missed some sections of the game.
Dodges a speeding bludger.
Like I said, it just assumes you reached a later part.
Potter is so close. Potter's going.
I failed the early catch.
Potter
I don't know whether it's RNG or can be consistent to catch the snitch early. I don't know, but funny part is that I got the higher world record in any percent. Somehow it worked. Okay, that's enough bragging about my qualities. That's probably the only world record I'll ever have in HP1.
Watch out, remember. Here comes Potter!
It's a pretty boring part that we have to play Quidditch over and over again. And after this we're not even done with the broomstick.
Glitter gold! Is that the snitch? Potter's seen the snitch? Yeah!
Well, at least we won't be seeing the broomstick for a little bit.
Potter! I've not seen such flying!
Yeah, you can see the game lags a lot here. And it's even worse in later matches. Like, I believe in later matches it's also raining, and the PS1 can't handle all that. I'm actually surprised that they managed to make this game run. This game is not small. Like, the areas are big. It's mostly the particles that kill the frame rate.
He can't take much more of that! Potter's under fire from the
Yep,
bludger!
under fire.
Here comes a bludger!
I don't think I've ever died to the bludgers. Yeah, I missed that ring. That's time loss.
Oh, that was close!
There's also power-ups in this game that do absolutely nothing.
Here comes a bludger!
Oh boy.
Harry Potter closes in on the snitch! Oh, that was close!
Like you can see, the snitch follows fixed patterns, but they are so strange.
Potter's going for it! Good catch! Potter has the snitch!
And back to the main game we go. We're not playing the rest. Doesn't serve any purpose. We're not doing that part quite yet. We'll need it later. And as you can see, Hagrid is here.
I've got some bad. We need to make the tonic. So you and I.
Enough to diagonally. We need money. Because we need to cure the illness of Norbert, the dragon. Which actually never hatched from the egg because we skipped the 5 seeds. But doesn't matter. Norbert is out of the egg somehow.
We need 3. Go to Grig. I'm off.
And yeah, Hagrid is basically saying, go get some of your money that you inherited from your parents from the Gringotts Bank, while I go getting drunk with my friends. Yep, we have to spend our money, so Hagrid can spend his money getting drunk. What a good friend. And now we're in the bank, the most slippery bank in the world. In the wizard world, specifically.
If you wish to visit, move swift.
The option is no by default. I don't know who's the idiot who thought that was a good idea, but okay. Because I cannot proceed if I don't do this. And pretty much like in real life, you have to fill out a lot of forms to retrieve your money from your bank account. I mean, they are wizards. They could have thought of a different way to store money, like the purse that Hermione has in the Deathly Hallows. Like you can store a lot of things in that, and it's pretty much small. You're wizards. You don't need to physically store everything. Also, another stupid thing, from my point of view, is that why do they have 3 different kind of coins? It overcomplicates stuff for no reason. I might say that because I'm a little biased toward this topic. I need to miss some gems. You only get gems for 100%. Yeah, pretty much this is an auto-scroller. And it lasts so long. We're gonna be here for another 8 minutes, I think. In order to win this, you have to fill out 3 coins, the 3 coins that you see on the right. Honestly, that's one scary way to collect money. Best you can do to have fun is rotate like this.
Congratulations. Please return.
And you can see the cart is still rotating. It's like we got off the cart as it was rotating. You know, kinda like when in GTA you get out of the car while it's still rolling. I don't know what's written in all these papers. And I don't know why they need so many. Alright. Second coin that we need to collect. So the coins are nuts, circles and galleons. We're collecting circles now. So by hitting the wooden poles we start rotating and we lose a bit of coins. I don't know what's the reason they put them at the beginning when you have 0 coins basically. But here we are. This one is probably the hardest of the 3, like even casually. And I'm also talking from an 80% point of view. It's the one with the least amount of coins. So it's easy to fail. Now it gets a bit faster. This part always used to trick me, because I always think there are two poles. It's just one. You know, honestly, I wouldn't ride this minecart. Looks so dangerous. Not even if they pay me a big amount of money. Now this part is a bit complicated because it's too fast. But I mean, we already got the coins and don't need the gems, so just doing that. Always do that for practice. And I forgot to put my phone on mute. Okay. There we go.
Congratulations. Please return.
Excellent. If you wish.
Imagine if every person going to the bank had to manually collect the money they needed. I mean, outside of the Wizarding world, it's mostly all digital, so you wouldn't physically collect it, I guess. And for me, that's better.
Ah, the other goblin steering it. The cross button. Be careful, mate. They're a bonus.
Yeah, we're not getting a headache after this. Trust me. Just look at the goblin. He's so chill. He's unfazed by everything that happens. He's so used to it. Stop having fun when it becomes your job. I think there's not much to say, so if there are any donations, I think this is the right time.
Unfortunately, we don't have any new donations, but maybe someone in chat wants to change that in a moment. Otherwise, I can still remind everyone about the incentives about HP4 PC in 10%, which is going to be the last run of the day. You can, with $5 donations, ask a question that will be part of the next podcast, so that's very interesting. Be creative, people. Other than that, with $550 collected overall, we have beaten both Potterthon 5 and Potterthon 11 with $500 in total, but it is still a few dollars away of our next goal, which is $1,010. So Potterthon overall of all the years would have collected $15,000, which is a completely insane number. And I think we as a community and the host organizers can be really proud of that, and we are so close to that. Other than that, unfortunately nothing new. I think I said something wrong the last time. We still have one incentive for Hogwarts Legacy kill Ranrock %. One character can still be named. That's still open. The cost for that is $25, and you can unlock that with donating on either of the 2 donations we have open.
Okay, thank you. Alright. After getting money, we need to go get the stuff. Which, spoiler, we have to get ourselves. Yeah, nobody does anything in the wizarding world. You want something done? Do it yourself. Use your wand and get it yourself.
It'll cost you one. I just had a once you found. Be quick though.
Oh, there it is. This part is RNG. Oh, there it is. I don't think I've seen it down here. Oh, it's upstairs. So the frog can spawn either downstairs or upstairs. And we have to find the shaking box.
I see you collect.
If it spawns upstairs, on the next one it's always downstairs. But as you have seen earlier, if it's downstairs you can spawn downstairs as well. The best RNG will be all 3 downstairs. Oh boy, back to Ollivanders, where Harry got his wand. Remember, it is not the wizard who chooses the wand. Oh, whatever it is, I don't remember the sentence in English, I only know the Italian version. We have to get the peacock. Or rather, the peacock's feathers. You can manip where the peacock goes. But always remember to never raise your wand against a peacock. Oh, by the way, the game can crash in the peacock. I don't know if that's only on console, because I've never seen it on EMU. But the game can crash there. Be warned.
Excellent. My eagle, his treats are... Use the... Once he's...
As always, we have to get the items ourselves. The store clerks are there to do nothing, just to collect money. Passive income, I guess.
Leviosa.
We need to feed the peanuts to the eagle. Did he get it, or did I drop too early? Because you can drop it early to skip an animation. That was too late.
Wingardium Leviosa.
So by doing that you can skip a cycle. Okay, it works even if you skip it only once. And as always, since we are wizards, Wingardium Leviosa our way through. This was honestly one of the best diagonales I've ever gotten.
Well done.
Well done, Harry. I'm done getting drunk.
Again at last.
Let's go back.
We'll give the dragon tonic to Norbert.
Yeah, as I said, Norbert hatched even though we never collected the fire seeds.
We've done. Oh, I'm glad.
So Harry's probably like, who is this dragon? Story time. This one is pretty short.
Ron and Hermione spent most of their free time in Hagrid's hut, trying to convince him that he couldn't keep Norbert his beloved dragon. Eventually, after much coaxing, Hagrid agreed. That night, Harry carried Norbert up to the tallest
I don't know why
tower.
Norbert is
Ron's
green
brother,
here.
Charlie had arranged to collect the dragon from the tower and return him to Romania. Once Norbert had been freed, however, Malfoy sprang his
Yep.
trap. Harry was caught by
Always
Professor
Draco.
McGonagall.
Always
His
getting in our
detention,
way.
Harry was to make his way into the Forbidden Forest and search for a wounded unicorn.
Yeah, Harry together with Draco. Draco is probably like, the risk I took was calculated. But man, am I bad at math because they don't teach math in Hogwarts. And so we're in the Forbidden Forest.
Incendio!
Lags so much on the Incendio.
Flipendo!
It's time to destroy nature. You can see trails of blood on the ground. Why are there some metal gates there? I don't know.
Incendio!
You can skip this bridge, but I don't know how to do that. Yep, Incendio, the spell to commit arson. How does this kind of turtle thing? Can you turn around? Changes color. And it's also immune to Flipendo. It's actually optimal to take damage here.
I doubt. Don't get lost.
If you're fast enough, he doesn't spit on you.
Incendio!
I'm gonna heal at least once. Make it twice. Gonna take damage from this. I didn't take damage. Cool.
I see there's some.
You know, everything is forbidden in this school. Forbidden forest, forbidden corridor, forbidden everything. Now time for a small skip. We clip into the wall, and we go up. Now, if you excuse me, I have to hydrate myself while Harry goes into a staring contest. And apparently he lost.
Harry was rescued in the nick of time by the centaur Firenze and rode on his back to safety. Firenze explained
Alright,
the unicorn
fun fact
blood
about
had the power to keep someone
Firenze.
alive who was an inch from death.
Firenze is actually the Italian name of Florence.
The hooded figure he'd seen in the cliff.
So they had to change his name in Italian, and he's called Fiorenzo.
named Lord Voldemort.
Otherwise it gets confused with the city.
Oh, that was a close shave, Harry. Any, if it was, I've got.
Anyway, time for the flute that we're gonna see here and in... No, wait, later.
Some, in fact, try it out on the.
Always the same order of inputs,
But you'd best be.
and you can input them faster. You're gonna see this feature only once again.
Nicholas Flamel, the wizard that Hagrid mentioned. He's the creator of the supposedly, if it's here, we have to find a way. Ron and I will meet you on
Sorcerer's
Come on, Ron,
Stone.
I suppose.
That's a pretty stupid name. But anyway, we have to do 5-seat skip again. because the fence is still closed, even though we completed everything after what's supposed to be on the other side of the fence. And spoiler, the fence is only one-sided. You can walk through again.
Flipendo!
And that worked. That's awesome. It works like magic. So what we're gonna do now is go back here. Because now we have to collect the sloth brain. You know, Snape is still waiting for the brain to be collected. Because it's still missing after Fred and George got it here for whatever reason. Now a small skip. And that worked. Cool. We got the brain. We stay wide so we can skip the trigger for the letter from Hermione.
Great.
So the reason we're doing collecting the brain is because we have to go defeat the Four Eyes. Otherwise we cannot go to the upper castle.
Ravenclaw.
Because the game thinks we have done something that's supposed to be after you get to the upper castle. And yet it's not unlocked. The door is still locked. Because the trigger for the door to be unlocked is defeating Four Eyes. Yeah, kinda cool game. We did Diagon Alley, which is after you get to the upper castle. But we can't go to the upper castle unless we defeat Four Eyes. And off we go to the dungeons.
Let's go and give Snape. We'll be in big.
Yes, Ron, we'll be in big troubles. Don't worry.
Ah, so where?
Yeah, he goes pretty slowly. We have to watch this cutscene. Yeah. And you have to wait for him to open the door and get through. Awesome. Hold on. I'm gonna give the one to Poplio so he can do magic tricks. And would you look at that? A spell we've never learned. Because we didn't go to... Yep. Okay. We never went to Defense Against Dark Arts. But, as I said, the game assumes we did, since we completed sections that are after the lesson. And we get the 4 spells. Because yes, we also got the last one. Which is we're supposed to get from Transfiguration. Which is in the upper castle. In which we can't go, because it's locked. Say hi to Peeves, we'll never see Peeves again. If you check on the right, you see the hooded figure. And that used to scare me as a kid. I like that we got the first eye. don't need to move that. Intentional damage abuse. Second eye gone. How are bats coming out of the door if we just went through that? Magic, I guess. That explains everything in this universe. Yeah, this part is pretty complicated as a kid. Might get lost easily. Wait, never mind, Peeves is there. To be never seen again. A loser knight. Let's ignore you. Shoot Flipendo and go to the door to skip the animation. The screen gates are a bit blurred, but that's fine. Oh, we still have the brain, by the way. Because we're supposed to get it to lesson, to potion class. You can go around this night. I don't do that because I'm afraid of doing that. For whatever reason. I believe there's a faster strat for the last eye. And then we die. Harry gets scolded for dying. Because they had to resurrect him. Well, before that they had to get him from the flames of hell. Because he fell through nothingness. And Nick is supposed to be speaking to you after you defeat the Four Eyes. But for whatever reason he's not there in any percent. And now we can go to the upper castle. Since now it's unlocked. Hermione has the power to unlock doors. Small introduction about the upper castle. The door behind us is locked, so we can't go there. On the right, that's the Transfiguration class, but we can't do that and we just do the spell we've never learned. That's also supposed to be a Peeves race, but nah, we're not doing that. We just go to Filch. We're going for the Forbidden Corridor.
Well now,
And yes, stealth.
Students aren't allowed in here, are they? There are things... No, indeed. Dumbledore has ordered that no... And don't come... Now be off with...
He's at an advantage against us. He knows all the secrets, probably because of the Marauders map. That the Weasley twins stole from him, I guess. In 90% you don't need to collect that key. I don't know why. You just don't need to collect it. And now, Filch and Snape talking about a plot to make most terrible things happen.
We can't let it. No, indeed. See that you do, Mr. Filch. I have something special planned for anyone.
Oh yeah, spoiler, we're supposed to have the invisibility clock from the Peeves race, which we have not played, but as I said, we played the parts that are after the Peeves race. Okay, now we have to wait for Mrs. Norris. She's pretty annoying, you know. She's the scariest part of this section. Don't even need the clock. Because clearly Filch is deaf. If you make any noise, he can't listen to it. Like Harry moaning after jumps. Ledge grabbing and everything. And apparently also Mrs. Norris is kinda stupid. Because once we are invisible, she doesn't notice us. And fun fact, you can even drop kick Filch, and he wouldn't notice. Wait a little bit against the wall, and we can go. And off we go to Fluffy. Say hi to Ron and Hermione. And now for the last time before the ending.
Our glasses are slowly filling up.
Yep, all glasses filling.
Ravenclaw. Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff are out of this league.
Slytherin.
And Slytherin starts cheating. Because where did they get so many points?
Gryffindor. Slytherin are in the lead on house points. The race for the House Cup is heating up.
Oh, one fun part about the House Cup filling section is Harry is in the room. Like, he's at the bottom, but he's in the room. Hello there, good boy.
Only Hagrid, of course. Try and pet.
We bait him. And then we play the flute. Say hi to the flute, we're not gonna play that ever again. Now, double snare. You skip dialogues too fast, you're gonna get stuck. Yeah, they stay there because they're idiots.
I know what this. Oh, I'm so glad we try and figure out. Try not to get.
Ron with the usual British humor.
Flipendo.
The tentacles are in a fixed order.
Flipendo. Flipendo. Flipendo.
We get rid of all of them, and then there's the big one. Yeah, question mark. It's better to charge the flipendo halfway through. And then incendio. But that's where? Yeah. If you stay in the right spot, they can push you to the door. Yeah, kinda like what Hermione did. And for the last time, it's time to pick the broomstick. Like in the Quidditch matches, we have to get through the rings. But this time the bar actually empties itself after a bit. The keys are supposed to be in your way to deal you damage. But apparently they're being kind right now. They're staying away from me. I got killed once by the keys. So I was at low health. And I died. We got the key. Everybody's happy. It's now time to play chess. We still have the brain, by the way. We're gonna keep that until Voldemort.
It's up to you. Oh, Ron, Harry, you'll have to make.
Turns out that playing 3 matches of chess at the same time is not good. And Ron learned that the hard way. Yeah, pawns are not supposed to be moving like that, but this is magical chess, so I guess it's different. Oh, by the way, if you're too fast when moving, you can softlock the game. And if that happens, it is not fun. And yes, spoiler, that's not even the last part in which we could softlock. Cool game, right? Thank you, Argonaut Games, for the PS1 duology. Duofacta, however you want to call it. This is a puzzle. Like you see, the pieces all move by one. And even in strange patterns, because the tower is not supposed to be moving sideways, like diagonally. Yep, diagonally.
One word of correction, it's not a tower, it's the rook.
Oh, it's a rock?
It's a rook.
Okay, good to know. I'm only used to the Italian terms. Pardon my foolishness. But with that being said, chess is done. And Hermione did nothing. Well, now she's gonna do something. Conveniently, there's a troll. And it's waking up right now.
Oh no, it's hang on. Charm all of these Wingardium Leviosa.
And yeah, we have to move everything with Leviosa. Yes, even the chair. Because as a wizard, we're not supposed to be lifting stuff. Even a small feather like we did in Diagon Alley. I can understand the knight armor. But a chair? Yeah, wizards are lazy. Like, imagine using magic to wash the dishes. There's an animation skip that you can do here, but I won't do it because I'm scared. It saves 2 seconds, I think. But yeah, say hi to the troll. It took this much for Hermione to open the door. It's now time to play a game.
Did you see this?
Guess where it is? Damn, I took damage twice. And that's fine. We kill the knight, we drink the suspicion potion. And off we go. It's time for the final skip of the run. Which was found by an Italian runner years ago. The story of this skip is a bit funny. He found it as a kid. Because he couldn't complete this part.
You're far too inquisitive.
I do the buffered version. There we go. The skip in question is called Cloudy Skip. And now we're off to Voldemort.
Almost done. But this is a very challenging fight, of course, so I hope Chad has best emote for energy ready to support you during the fight.
Be ready. It's almost
Cannot
that
do
time.
it without you, Chad. We need you for energy. I press it once in chat so you can copy it.
Now, first phase, the most complicated. That failed for some reason. Is that the last one? No, that wasn't. That's a shame. Is he in the right spot? He is. Supposed to hit Voldemort 6 times on the first phase. Well, that's actually Quirrell, but he has Voldemort on the back of his head. And now the fight is basically an auto-scroller at this point. You're supposed to have dialogues, but by doing the skip, it gets completely broken. And if you do that skip, you can also crash the game after the fight. Little shaky screen. It's time. Prepare the emotes. And time. Yeah, it's gonna continue like that forever. Don't worry about him, he's fine. He'll come back eventually. And fun fact, that is also a PB for me. By 8 seconds. Impressive.
Nice. Congratulations for the PB.
Dumbledore
Well,
smiled.
that's it.
What happened down in the dungeons between yourself and Professor Quirrell is a complete secret, he said.
I think with this we might be a bit early on the schedule.
The stone had been destroyed, but Harry remained fearful that its loss would not prevent Lord Voldemort's return.
Yeah, that was a
Nice run. It was
kinda
a
great
good
run.
run. We had a lot of
Sharing his concern.
Quidditch in the beginning, but it's really interesting how you can trick the game into thinking that you have learned spells, have been into some areas you haven't been.
Harry made his way down
It must
to
be
the end of the year
quite
feast
difficult to
alone.
find out how to
The
route
great
the
hall
game.
was decked out in green and silver to celebrate Slytherin winning the House Cup. When Harry
Oh.
entered, there was a sudden hush.
It's kinda hot in here.
He took a seat between Ron and Hermione, trying to ignore the stares of the other students. The House Cup, announced Dumbledore, is awarded to
Hope
the
chat
team with the
enjoyed
most
that run
house
as well,
points.
and maybe we
At the
get some new
moment,
HP1
there would seem to be
PlayStation
Slytherin.
1 runners from that. Because I think it looks like a cool game.
Broke out from the Slytherin table.
Well,
However,
personally I'll be back later for... Oh,
in recognition
still this
of
game,
Mr.
but
Harry
Super
Potter's
Speed
pure
Percent.
nerve and outstanding
That's gonna be
courage,
fun.
I award Gryffindor 60.
And
Yes,
yes,
that is scheduled for 9 p.m. Central European
The
summertime.
additional point had won the House Cup
So in
for
a bit more
Gryffindor.
than I can
It was the
calculate
best
5 hours.
evening of Harry's life. Better than winning at Quidditch or Christmas or knocking out
Oh, well.
mountain trolls.
What's
He would
the
never,
difference
Forget
from
tonight.
super speed? How much is the difference? What are we talking about? Double the speed, triple the speed?
well, it's actually that Harry works super fast. I don't know how much, but that's a lot. And with that we can make some pretty cool skips. Some skips that are not possible in 8%. Some small cutscene skips. Yeah, but the game essentially gets broken even more. But no spoilers for later. You'll see.
Okay. It looks, or it hurts to be really interesting. We had yesterday a run of HP3 PC, which had no cutscene, and I was stunned how quick the game can be played. So I'm really looking forward to see that for the PlayStation 1 games. Spike, would you let us know your final words, and then we would like, after a quick word of me, transition, and then we have our next run.
Well, I can just say it's my first appearance at Potterthon. I will say it's a good one. I hope to be back even in other editions. Possibly with other games. That's all for me for now.
Thank you on behalf of the whole team. Thank you very much for showcasing this run. It was a lot of fun. I hope you will be back for future Potterthons. Our next run will be PC Trifecta, high jump percent by the one and only Nixoman. So that will be hopefully fun as well. High jumps and high expectations. And with that, we go into transition and we will be back in a couple of moments.
Bye-bye.